Blessed day, guys, and peace be upon this morning. So in this video we are going to handle GRE 1 configuration. GRE stands for generic routing encapsulation. These are a type of wide area network technologies that is implemented to create a channel between two sites. So for example, let's say site A wants to communicate to site B, okay, and they are not directly connected. Let's say they are connected over ISP router. So the traffic must go from site A to ISP router, then to site B. But we don't know what will happen here. We don't know what will happen here with our packets, whether they will be read or maybe hijacked. So what we do, we create a channel, a secure channel between these two sites so that our traffic can be encapsulated. Okay, all right, so I'll just let you know that today we're in number 23, which is the second last topic under routing technologies. Right, all right, so GRE, generic router encapsulation, which is a type of one technologies that is used to create a channel between two sites so that all the data that is passing from one site to another passes through that secure channel. Okay, all right, so without any further ado, I'll open our notepad to let the steps that we're going to follow to achieve this objective. So the first step is always to draw the necessary topology, decorate and comment. So basically I will finish drawing this topology. Remember, for all of these all of these wide area network technologies, we should always use serial connection. So for example, from site A to site to ISP, serial cable, ISP to site B, serial cable. So when I try to connect a serial cable here, let's choose serial with DC, and I click here, you can see there are no serial port. So what we need to do is to add serial ports on this router. So how do we do it? We do it very fast this time. We just click on the router, under physical tab, close the router, shut down the router, and drag this that module here and turn on the router again. Do the same for the remaining two routers. All right, so that's done. So we can proceed to connect serial connection between site A to ISP and ISP to site B. So in that case, we just do automatic, very fast. Okay, all right. So after doing automatic, we have already achieved connection using serial cable between the two sites and the ISP. Okay, all right. So basically what we want to do, we want to create a channel between site A and site B such that every traffic passes through that channel and cannot be intercepted by ISP bad guys. Okay, so I'm just going to draw something here and say that this is a channel. The second thing that we do as per the notepad, we configure IP address to the routers and computers. So basically what I've done is to configure, I previously configured IP address to the computers and the connecting routers interface. So I've just configured IP address from here to that place only, and here from there to the two computers. Okay, I've configured the IP address to this interface gig00, and you can see the IP address is 20.1 as per this network. Also on this side also 10.1 as per this network. So I've not configured IP address between these routers. So what I'm going to do is to configure IP address to between this site A and ISP and site B. So that's very simple. I just go to gig serial 030 and we just say enable config T. So serial interface serial 3030, then no shut because it's always shutdown state. Okay, then we send IP address to be 20.20.20.2. let the ISP take the first IP address. Okay, all right, so the subnet mask is 255.255.255.2552. okay, good, exit. So we go to ISP, or else let's configure this one to be 3030.2, so that ISP will take 2021 and 3031 on this side. Okay, all right, so this is the same. So I do it very fast, save time, because I've shown you how to do it. All right, so I've done IP addressing on the router's interfaces that I didn't do previously. So you can see the 0030 and 0031. I've taken those IP addresses. Okay. All right. So the second point is the third point is to configure SPF and test communication. So we're going to configure SPF here, and here to advertise the directly connected networks. Okay. All right. So let's start here, and in this case, router or SPF, let's say use a process ID of 15 today. Okay, then the router ID will be to be let's say 1.2.3.1. okay. All right, then the network is the first network is 20.20.20.0, or the wildcard mask of 0.0.0.3 area 0. Another network is 192.168.10.0, wildcard mask of 0.0.0.255 area 0. Good. So we do the same for these other routers and test communication. So before that, let's implement the SPF here. Okay, so as you can see, there are form neighbors. We have configured the SPF, and you can see there are form neighbors, okay, or the two neighbors, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let's check on the task, notepad again. Now we're going to configure GRE. So the final step is to configure GRE. So how do we configure GRE? So we said that we create tunnel. So we're going to create tunnel in interface, both on site A router and site B router. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to site A router. Then we say enable config T. Then we say interface tunnel any number. Let's say tunnel 2. Okay. Right. So interface tunnel 2, because we want to configure GRE. Okay. Then we want that tunnel to use this IP address. Okay, so we can just say IP add to be 192.168.10. It cannot be that way. It cannot be similar to that one. So you can see this is 10.0 and this one also 10.0. So let's make it 100. Okay, yes. So we just say 100.5. the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0, and we hit enter. Then we say, when I try to query, you can see we have how many options? Almost 6 options. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just saying tunnel source. So the tunnel source should be the IP address of this interface or that interface name. Okay, so I can just say source to be serial 0/3/0 and I hit enter, or the IP address of serial, that one. Okay, then the destination, we just say destination tunnel destination to be the IP address of this interface serial 0/0. This is the target. Okay, so we say IP address of this interface. So that interface is it has an IP address. You can see it's 30.30.32. So we just say 30.30.30.2 and we hit enter, and that's all. And that's all what we do on this side. Just say do right. So when you go on this side also, we do the same. Enable config T. So what do we do now? We say interface tunnel. We create a tunnel 2 with the number 2 because we created number 2 on this side. Just let's do it similarly. Okay. All right. So what we do here, we assign it IP address. IP add to be 192.168.100. Even .10, so long as it's within this range. Okay. All right. So certain bus of 255.255.255.0 and we hit enter. Then tunnel source to be this interface or its IP address. Just say serial 0/3.0. Okay. Then tunnel destination to be the IP address of this interface. This is the target now. The destination from this one is this one. Okay. So the destination is, you can see, is 20.20.22. So we just say 20.20.20.2 and we hit enter, exit, and do right. So that's all. And if I can just say do show interface tunnel 2, you can see a lot of information here. Internet address is that one. Okay. And if we can just see tunnel source is this one, destination is this one, and the protocol use is GRE over IP. Okay. All right. Even if I can just go to this router here and say and I say show IP interfaces brief. So you can see we have tunnel here. Okay, that is up. Okay, and you can just say show interface tunnel 2. You can see there are a lot of information here. IP address is here and they are also here. Okay. All right. And do show start. You can see everything is here. Okay. All right. So I believe this video is really helping out to configure GRE, which is a type of one technique. Okay, so I'll mark that video as done. Very simple on how to configure GRE. So just make sure you create the channel and after creating this channel, assign it IP address and give the source and the destination. You can use IP address instead of this interface in case it doesn't work. Okay. All right. So please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with friends, and let's see you again in the last part, which is IPsec VPN, before we enter into these topics. Bye and see you again. Thank you.